Hi, my name is Carrie Aiken, and we're here today to talk about a question that I had for the archives that they were able to answer.
So my name is Alex Brinson. I'm the reference archivist here at the Georgia Tech Library. I got a reference question back in January asking about the specific date of a Ramblin' Wreck parade.
So, to kind of start from the beginning, for Christmas, I decided to go to my local library and convert my parents' VHS tapes to digital format. And when I was going through that process, I came across a video that was labeled Georgia Tech Homecoming 19 question mark, which is not helpful if you really want things recorded accurately. And so I just started writing down context clues for the video. I had the theme for the parade, which was Buzzin' Around the World. I knew we were playing Duke for homecoming. I knew there was an election somewhere around that time. And that was really about all I had. And so I started Googling it and was coming up with nothing. And I used my local library resources and just came up with nothing. And so I asked my parents, like, when do you think this video is? Because we'd had the discussion before. Nobody really knew. My dad was insistent it was the late 80s. My mom was insistent it was the early 90s, right around the time Atlanta was trying to get the bid for the Olympics. And I was like, I'm just going to go to the source and go to Georgia Tech because I know a lot of universities keep digital records now. And so I just took a chance and I Googled the Georgia Tech Library and the archives, and there was a spot where I could ask a question. So I emailed and asked a question. When was the theme for the Georgia Tech Rec Parade Buzzing Around the World? And
I got really great clues as to what I was looking for. Where I started were the yearbooks, and so I was able to find a write-up about the parade that year. And then I also found some information about it in the Technique, our student newspaper.
I was like, well, this is great. And then she also sent the blueprint, the Georgia Tech yearbook for that year. And same information, Buzzing Around the World was the theme to the rec parade. We were playing Duke. And then there were two pictures. There's one picture of the wreck. It had one that was surrounded in a box of 2x4s, basically, with a banner on it that said Buzzing Around the World. And I was able to identify it in the video. And then Phi Kappa Theta that year had done a Starship Enterprise car. And I was able to identify it in the video and cross-reference all the information.
And it's always great to hear back from researchers. A lot of the times you send the information, they just disappear. So it's always great when they message back about how it impacted their research.
October 27th, 1990 was my date. And so I shared it with my parents, and they were so tickled. We were so grateful to Georgia Tech for giving us the information we needed.